You are not a special little snowflake. Welcome to Talking Experience Analytics with a decent beer in a shed. And this is Fear is the Thief by Fidens out of Albany, New York. Ain't nothing to be frightened of. We all want to believe that we're wonderful individual constructs of all the things we've seen, done, been part of, the way we think, the way we were brought up, our family, our friends, our work, our expertise. We like to believe that that all boils down to make the one version of us, that individual, unique person who is me. I'm Richard Michael James Brownscombe Hammond. Entirely true. And I want to think that the only person who can be me is me. The only person who thinks, responds, acts like me is me. The most soul-destroying thing that happens to you when you become part of customer, consumer, human research is the discovery that we are all really, really similar. Now you can use that and go with it two ways. On the one hand, it can be upsetting to know that actually we're part of zeitgeist. The names we choose for our children, we haven't plucked them out in the middle of nowhere. It's because the suggestion, the change is all there around us. The responses we have to stimuli, they're just chemical processes. My chemical process isn't very different from anybody else's. So you can go one way and say, well, I'm part of the herd, I'm part of the pack, that's upsetting. But the other way is you can say, do you know what, for all the awfulness and conflict that surrounds us on this planet, we all still want pretty much the same things. Happiness, a stable family, to enjoy ourselves, to earn an honest living, to have time for fun, to be safe, to build a home around ourselves in varying degrees, but that's broadly what we want. And it can be liberating, this knowledge, but it can also be incredibly useful to know when you're trying to segment your customer base. Because one of the fundamental things that experience analytics does is it dissects and deconstructs experiences, physical especially, but any experience of any type. The method deconstructs that experience down to its component parts and is able to ascribe a mathematical value to each one of those pieces. Turns out that's also fantastically valuable when you're training AI models, because the reward model is built into it. Is this good? Is this bad? Is part of it. That's a digression. Anyway, because it's boiling down to the math, what you then do to account for the human part of it, the emotional part of humanity, is you look at what are customers trying to do and in what mindsets might they be in when they're trying to do it. And when you have those two pieces of information, every single piece of the experience experiences a push or a pull according to its now importance for that type of customer scenario. We call them customer stories in experience analytics, and it's a bit like a segment, but it also includes what's trying to be done. So, the unemotional bit, I'm trying to buy tonight's dinner. And the emotional bit is, and I need inspiration, I don't have very much time, I'm gluten intolerant, combinations of things. Now you might think you're going to need 1,000 of those need states to get close to meaningful kind of individuality. No, you just don't. 5, 6, 7 at an absolute push is enough to be able to encapsulate accurately millions of your customers. And so the fact that we're not all special little individual snowflakes falling from the sky above is useful, because it means that you can very easily categorize large groups of people and apply their pushes and pulls, their need states, their mindset, their functional mission to the base math, the base data, and you'll end up with a really good predictor of the likelihood of that person to go left or right in a given scenario. That's crazy powerful, and it's part of experience analytics' absolute gems. One of the diamonds of this methodology is that we are able to use empirical observed math Math is real. It's either 4, 5, 6, 27,000, whatever it is. The number is real. It's not inferred. It's not an opinion. It's not somebody reporting experience. It is empirical truth. The fact that you can then use the fact that we are all pretty much big tribes of similarities, you can use that to understand very accurately the likely decision that a customer, a person, a human will make in any given scenario. Now that is magical. Cheers. Oh.